things up.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Sunday.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's got some space here. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
That's it. Hey. Great.
On 1st down, Newton.
Come
and his
on,
first
man.
pass is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cameron Artis-Payne. 27 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Fournette. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the two guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Bortles going to throw. The ball in the air and intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions, also in the return game. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he?
He certainly is. Every which way you want to go, however you want to package him, and I do think his running production will increase in 2018.
Now Anderson, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down.
What a great play and tackle. As a strong safety, you know what you're taught? That you are a hybrid player. You've got to be able to play the pass back deep, but especially the run up close, almost like a linebacker. And on that play, he took care of every responsibility.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Third down now, and C.J. Anderson. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He's going to air one out.
Good one. Ah, user, baby.
And incomplete.
Square, not triangle.
Officially a
Square,
minute 54
triangle.
to go in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. The middle complete. That's Paul. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Where did he come from?
Big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
An old low.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A final shot before the break. Newton eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Successive penalties have him looking now at a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Anderson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Set. 180.
On second down, Anderson.
Why did I hit that?
45 up to about the 46-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Here's Newton.
Come
Incomplete.
on,
The
man.
contact made the ball roam free and brings up.
Fucking pass, man. Come on, man.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Good.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 77 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's rock now. That's it. 180.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. To throw on second down is Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Do some.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Anderson a first down and more. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That one goes for 24 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
First down. Here's the run.
Yo, they made me run backwards, man.
Here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down, here's Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Torrey Smith from 13 yards out. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Come on, man.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that goes for a gain of 31. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Now Breeze on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Great. That's it. 180. Gun. Great. Watch out. Great. Check 26.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
That's it. 180. Great. 36. Hey. 47 to Mike, boy. 47. Check. 47. 20.
From the gun, here's Newton. Looking here for Smith downfield. And a shot taken on third down unsuccessful.
I should have let him go deep. Wow.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. They will go for it. Now Newton. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Kill.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Got some real estate inside the 30. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And down to the 16-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tackles is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Adams. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
That's it. 180. Great.
start the drive with Anderson. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
From his goal line here, Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Anderson.
Come on, man.
Take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
You fucking kidding me, man?
Run there, and that's going to bring
You
us to a
fucking kidding
4th
me?
down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now it's Ginn. A minute 59 to go in the 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a
throwing
big
that shit to
turnover
me.
there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
That's right now. Sit. Sit with it. Hey, hey.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Newton on 1st down. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
You're set. 180. That's rock now.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about
Come on, man.
That's what they really liked about him.
You got the touchdown.
Football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now Newton on first down. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted.
Fuck is he in the 3 deep blitz, man?
Marcus Williams. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Probably one of
First
the
possession
dumbass
of the third
fucking
quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Ready? Monday.
The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Shotgun now for Breeze.
Oh, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, yo.
Ted Ginn, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now Cam, option left. And some room to maneuver. And now running right through it. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
Did it, Cam?
And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
Get it, Cam.
Plays like that makes the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw
Get it,
that play
Cam.
going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And
come on, Pitt.
Complete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Breeze now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. He can't get him down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
20.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. A little break here after the incompletion. Let's give the kickers from Week 5 some love. We had 4 game-winning kicks. Greg Joseph of the Browns, they beat the Ravens. Stephen Hauschka, the Bills, over the Titans. Fairbairn and OT against the Cowboys. And the best of the best, the game that you did, Charles.
Yo, they ain't let me go outside.
63-yarder for the win.
Yeah, and it might have been
why
good
they ain't
up
let
to
me go.
70, but let's go back to
Fuck.
Fairbairn in overtime against the Cowboys. You didn't want to do his first name? You didn't want to say
Kaimi.
There you go. I kind of figured you knew it. But how about Mason Crosby, though, Green Bay? No one could have had a worse day. Had to have been the worst day of his 12-year career. Missed 4 field goals and an extra point before making a meaningless field goal at the end of the ball game. That's something Green Bay's going to have to make sure they get corrected. I count on Mason Crosby to get that done. But last but not least, real quick.
Yeah,
that kid, Greg Joseph.
That was a Phil Necro knuckleball.
Should it have even counted?
Yeah, it should have counted. And the Browns, I feel like they deserved it.
You fucking.
Cam Newton intercepted a third
Yo.
picked off.
Yo.
And he'll score.
Can't wait to see this defense.
Short
man.
pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the
Then
anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone.
Come on, man!
He gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Newton now to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st down, it's Newton.
You fucking cheating, man. You cheating, dog. Look. Look, the things don't even move, man.
Bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Good starting field position
the
for him.
same tight ass Jones got the niggas biting for runs.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had the punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Breeze to throw on 2nd down.
This nigga on some cheating shit.
Complete.
I swear. I swear.
And that one results in
That nigga backed up. Like, first.
It all came together there. In breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case,
see the nigga get up off the ground, man, and big hit me.
No gain.
Demario Davis
he got up off the ground and big hit me, man.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Man.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And I couldn't run the ball. Kidding me, man? Watch this shit.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards. A big play there on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Come on now. 20. Hey.
To throw on second down is Newton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Cheating, dog. How?
Davis coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Hey.
Look at this shit.
Third and long. It's Newton. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
What's that? 180. Great. Double up. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On 1st down, Newton.
You're cheating, man.
Crusher
Look.
there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard
He
line.
cheated.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Breeze is looking to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose.
Drop.
It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Watch one. That's it.
to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. We are inside of 1 minute, only one timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And now this is going to...
Come on, man.
The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Oh, shit. Look, crap.